let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Burrow from the gun. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. It's a gain of 4. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. To throw again, it's Burrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense and looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Patrick going to motion over left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Second and 1. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Running back, motioning right. 2nd and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Cleveland. Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Brown. Oh, stiff arm. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Second and 13. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
a shotgun. That's incomplete left side. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. There's a give up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The Bengals trying to make some noise before halftime. Offense to the line for second down. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. Here's Burrow. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
On first down, they'll run. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll stick with the ground game here. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
On one, ready?
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Finds his man, Chase. It's a race down the right side. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Offense, keep pushing the ball downfield. Pushing the rock down the field. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back, it's the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he gets him around 6 there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
At the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one complete to Njoku. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To the air, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go. 11
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, Burrow to throw. Catch made by Chase Brown. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has a man, it's Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. They send a man in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You're not going
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Burrow now against a blitz. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
They've got a man in motion. He'll throw it yet again. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Chooses to bring this one out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That's going to be 6 on the run, so that brings up 3rd and right around 8.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
3rd and long for him here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
They'll run again with Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Brown again. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Brown on the inside give. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Bengals trail by a field goal. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. back to throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the fourth.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Now to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Man in motion, out of the slot. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Here he is to throw. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Setting up to pass. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Picked up by Dax Hill. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, a lot of throws come in his direction, and they come out quickly. Didn't have a lot of time to step in front of them. It really takes great reactionary time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick out of the slot, and he should be applauded for his efforts on that play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A give left side to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those two possessions, the next score would then win. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Here we go.
First throw of overtime now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
From the 48. On the move, headed right. He just throws this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Fourth down, Burrow. Nabbed along the sideline by Higgins. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play. They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. On first down, here's Burrow. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. On target to his man Higgins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Five-man in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Here's Burrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. This one from 47 yards away. That kick is no good. Oh, he mishit it. And now a window opens for the opposing sideline to end this game.
Kate, I know it's a high bar, but when you get to that distance, it's got to be automatic for an NFL kicker. At least put the pressure on the team on the other side to match 3 for 3, not give them the opportunity they have now to go win it with any kind of points.
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Brought in by Hollins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Gotta hurry this to the line.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Headed out right. Oh, big interception here. Picked up by Dax Hill. And the Bengals surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. Okay, now both sides have had a shot, Brock. Neither offense could get the job done. Looks like it'll be one of these defenses that wins them this one in overtime.
Yeah, give these crews defensively some credit here. It's hard to play defense in overtime, but both deliver, and now which offense, Kate, can go and capitalize and finish this game?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow from the gun. Hits his running back. And they make the tackle at the 38. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Cincinnati uses its second timeout, as they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 36. They left him wide open. It's complete. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.